Hello everyone, welcome to Goss with CD. Guys, we continue talking about Ndoyisile. So yesterday, guys, I made a video about asylum status that could be given to Ndoyisile because of his sexual orientation nature, okay? And I'm correct when I said what I said, because South Africa has the obligation, according to our constitution, especially section 11 of the constitution, right to life. That is a very important section of the constitution that abolished the death penalty in South Africa in 1995. So now, South African law does not allow, not law, constitution does not allow a person that is facing the death penalty or death for that matter in general, for who they are or for political affiliations or political leadership or whatever the case might be, that if we send you back home, you face that kind of danger. South Africa is not going to send you there. Instead, South Africa is going to grant you asylum, right? Now, here is a little problem with Ndoyisile. South Africa is a country that has a rule of law. Apart from the constitution, yeah, I know it's a little bit confusing and complicated a little bit, but let me simplify it. South Africa is a constitutional democracy, and Ndoyisile falls under the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa as a human being, because that's how it looks at him, as a human being, before it sees him as a foreigner. Now, it sees him, secondly, according to section 9 of the Constitution, the Equality Clause, where sexual orientation is mentioned, that the government needs to protect that. Now, in Zimbabwe, Ndoyisile is, basically, he would be a dead man walking, because it could happen at any given time. He is an openly LGBTQIA member in South Africa, known very well in Zimbabwe. And apparently, according to him, he says he has received a lot of death threats from his own fellow countrymen and women. So taking him to Zimbabwe is basically taking him to being a dead man walking. And as a result, the South African constitution protects him. Now, let's talk about the rule of law. The rule of law in South Africa, we're talking about the criminal justice system. All right. And we're also talking about the civil law of the country. Well, he doesn't fall within the civil law, but let's talk about the criminal justice system. Now we are having people coming out accusing him of defrauding them, allegedly, and allegedly scamming them and allegedly stealing from them because of the business that he also runs of selling bonnets, pajamas, what else, jaw straps. Jaw straps? That is, damn, do you know what a jaw strap is? Do you know what a jaw strap? I had to look that up, and I was like, wow. It exposes, anyways, your posterior. And apparently it's used by the LGBTQ, anyway, he sold those as well. And people made orders. And these orders, they never got to them. Now, if you look at the standard of business and customer service relationship with the business, is that if you are going to be delivering things online, the drop-off or the delivery period must not extend any more than 14 days. Anything above that, you need to start communicating with your customers and let them know what the discrepancy is or the glitch is, and how you are fixing that to ensure that their deliveries, they end up at their doorsteps. But no, Ndoyisile, instead of updating his clients, he would ignore them when they go to his social media platform and say, hey, I ordered this. It's been a month later. Hey, I ordered this. It's been 5 months later. Hey, I ordered this. Almost a year later, they are still not delivered. And that, my friends, it is illegal. It is illegal. It is not right when it comes to consumer rights. the laws under consumer rights. And of course, when you no longer, or maybe you've broken that contract between you and the customer does have a right to a civil claim. Yeah, now we're bringing the civil law now, because you can go to a small claims court and say, hey, listen, I bought XYZ from this individual and this individual never delivered. And you can even take it as far as a whole lawsuit of 500,000 Rand if you wanted to. So now, with that being said, crimes are being committed by this individual that could possibly say, hey, listen, I am an LGBTQ member and there's no way that I can be taken back to Zimbabwe. Please give me asylum. South Africa is obliged, according to our constitution, to grant him that asylum. Now, because he's also committing crimes, that jeopardizes that. Because South Africa is a country of rule of law. There is no country in the world that will give you permanent residency or asylum or refugee status if you are committing crimes while you don't have those statuses yet. When you are granted that status, what are you going to do? So he has jeopardized that, and I doubt that the Minister of Home Affairs will say, well, yeah, here's asylum or refugee status because of your nature. That's not going to happen. So now what is going to happen to Ndoyisile? Ndoyisile, if I were you, I would be looking into the Scandinavian countries and, I don't know, whatever legal papers that you have right now, buy a plane ticket, go land in Sweden, go land in Norway or somewhere, Belgium, and then drop yourself to the floor and say, listen, I am persecuted in my country for being LGBT. Please give me asylum. And they will grant it to him. But the problem is they are also going to find out that he's committing crimes in South Africa by scamming South African citizens with the business that he's running. So I don't know, sir. What are you going to do? You need to make an apology, and I'm talking an authentic apology video, not only to the people of South Africa, but to the government of the Republic of South Africa for having committed these allegations of crimes that you are committing against the people of South Africa, and make it right. You have to make it right, because no world anywhere is going to take you when you are now remember, one of the things that these other countries, they want is a criminal record clearance certificate. And now when people are opening cases against you, that is going to pop. And when it pops, you're going to be denied entry. So stop what you're doing and hardening your head and make that humble apology to the people of South Africa. I know South Africans are also a forgiving nation. That part I can tell you. We adopted the act of God or the nature of God, and that is forgiveness and love. But now the more you prolong this apology, the longer South Africans are going to gang against you, and they will finish you. That's South Africans. South Africans. Do not mess with South Africans. I don't know why people think that we are people to be messed with. I have no idea. Anyways, guys, that is all that I want to say in this video, and I'll see you next time. But before I see you next time, don't leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Ciao.